Hi everyone, I'm Granny Josie. Today I am going to do the first part of my series on the 5 stages of grieving, like I had promised. And I hope you will enjoy the ride of following me finishing my book that I started many, many years ago. I guess I had started it, put it down, wasn't inspired to do anymore, and now that I am. So, if it helps just 1 or 2 people, it'll be worth the work put into it. And I do need to finish this book before it's my time to leave the world. Um, anyway, I'm going to put a disclaimer in my video, and this will also be printed like I said, in my video. The disclaimer is the information contained in this video is not a substitute for advice from a qualified and licensed therapist. So this is based on my medical background, my personal life, and what I have done and what I have went through in my life. And we all handle grieving in different ways. So I'm not telling you that you need to do it my way or any particular way, but I hope you find it interesting. As I will say in my introduction, after I lost my husband, I read 3 different books on grieving, and I found that only one was helpful, and it was just in layman's language. It was easy to understand, and it was easy to implement. So this is how my book is going to be. I just want the average person to be able to pick it up and easy reading, and maybe it just might help you just a little to go on with your life. So I'm going to read my introduction to my book. I decided after reading several good books on the grieving process that I wanted to write one that might be helpful to the average person. Not telling you what to do, just the things that I did that really helped me. After reading my book, if I just help one person, then I know I've done what I needed to do. Don't really know, maybe it's because I'm a retired nurse. I've been through or been aware of all the stages or process with this terrible disease, cancer. Sometimes it's good to know, and then maybe I feel it would have been better to be plain dumb to all the changes going on around me. I found that waiting several months before taking a trip was best for me after my husband died. My son said, "Mom, come and visit me." My first reaction, yes, I would love to come for a visit in spring. I needed to stay and face reality right at that time. Just getting used to staying alone with myself and my little dog Nutmeg, just giving away someone's things and grieving in my own way. I started grieving long before he died. His illness was a big subject in our home. Being a nurse, and both my husband and I were realists, so we spoke freely on the impending death. This is difficult for many people. At times it became difficult even for me. I worked in the medical profession for over 20 years. I think sharing our faith and fears was the best thing we could have done at that time. Hiding your feelings and putting those thoughts on the back burner does not make anything go away. Living each and every day to the fullest is so special. Love each other even at the worst situations. When the need comes, cry, together or alone, but just get it out. Don't try to leave things unsaid. After your loved one's gone, you will be happy you did all of these things. Life is special. Don't waste a second. Being a Christian helps me believe that someday you will meet again. And best of all, you will see the Lord's face. How awesome. Okay, now that's my introduction, and I'm going to tweak it a little bit and maybe make a few changes. But 5 stages of grieving. There is denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Now these are a few things that I've written for these 5 stages. Denial. This is not happening to me. Doctor has to be wrong. Must be an error in the test results. Maybe they mixed up my results with someone else. Now, relating to my daughter's, when she was diagnosed, this is also how I felt. And then the anger stage. Why me, Lord? What did I do to deserve this? Why, oh why? Wanting to fight back. Anger is so natural. As humans, we get angry. And the sad part with when you get angry, your reasoning power just kind of fades. Bargaining, attempting to make a deal with God or someone that is leaving you, like in a divorce. Haven't we all tried to bargain with our Lord? Like, we'll give up something, we'll do something, and then that's another human thing. Depression, overwhelming feeling of hopelessness, frustration, bitterness, self-pity, feeling of just wanting to sleep, isolate yourself from friends and family. I have been very blessed as far as the depression stage. I think in my life I was only depressed maybe a month or 2, and that was related to a divorce actually, and I got over it. Acceptance, time to accept the loss, realizing the person is gone, and you can go on with your life, even finding the good that has come out of the pain you have endured. Having goals towards personal growth, maybe even going out with close friends. Start taking care of yourself. I want to address the first stage, and then today I'm just going to go into it just slightly. I will go in more in depth as the series continues. I want to address the first stage, denial, in my nursing profession. And to me, this has left an impact in my life, and so think about this deeply when a member of your family or friends are facing death or a terrible illness that maybe they're going to survive, but it's going to be very difficult. One of my patients I was taking care of one day said to me, "I'm so happy my family left." I said, "Why do you feel like this?" She says, "I'm dying and they won't even allow me to talk about it." I want to say so many things. I need and want to talk about it. So I listened and learned so much from this lovely lady. The patient knew her time was coming to an end. She just wanted to tell them things she had never said before, like "I'm sorry" or "I love you," or just talk about things in the past. After that day, I listened and learned so much, like accepting or trying to face things that are out of our control. It made me become a better listener. To me, this is the worst stage and the most difficult in all grieving stage. I remember that time so well. I can still see that lady. It's been years, so I don't remember her name, and if I did, I wouldn't say it because of the Privacy Act. But she was so sad that she couldn't talk to her family and express the feelings that she had. So remember that. Don't be so stubborn to the stage of denial that you won't let your loved one or a friend talk about something because maybe you're afraid that's going to make you sad. And excuse my Christmas clock again. As everyone who ever watches my videos know, I have my Christmas clock. Grieving in my personal life. When my husband was diagnosed with cancer, because of my background, it didn't take me long to get over the denial stage. I tried to listen, and when he wanted to discuss his illness, that's what we did. He talked about everything from money and where I was going to live after he died. I tried to be strong and go along with everything he wanted. And I will tell you, I made one mistake, but at that time I didn't realize that the cancer had metastasized to his brain. And some of the decisions that he made, financial decisions, were not wise. And because I did not want to hurt him or take his dignity away, I went along with it. And it cost a lot. Anyway, so much for that. And I will go a little bit on the anger stage. We all have anger, and it comes out strong when your loved one is going through pain. As a caregiver, you feel the pain. You feel helpless when you can't make it all go away. As a nurse, I cried inside for my patients. As a wife and a caregiver, I cried, but never showing my husband how upset I was. Some people will say you should cry in front of them. I disagree, because if they see you cry, they seem to give up hope. I feel hope is all we have. Hope that the medical technology will have something to give to this person to give a longer quality of life. And also, I believe in prayer. I had surgery several times, and I know a couple of doctors who actually prayed before the surgery. So don't dismiss miracles that the Lord can give us. And bargaining, praying, begging, wishing, or making a deal with God or the person that is planning on leaving. I know as a spouse, I prayed that God would give us a miracle. Then I decided, after reading several books, that maybe miracles happen when we reach the other side. This statement is only for the believers in God and some of us that believe in the hereafter. I'm kind of skipping through and not reading all the words, so hopefully if it sounds weird. Okay, and depression. This is a terrible stage. Whether in facing death or for the loss of a pet, divorce, or just losing the will to live. In this stage, if this stage lasts more than 2 weeks to a month, I would say seek medical help, To me, this is the worst stage because you get to the part where your reasoning skills stop. We think no one loves us, that nobody is going to get better or change, or nothing is going to get better and change, We just don't care about anything, or for some, even getting out of bed in the morning. For me, my darling little dog gave me the reason to get out of bed. I knew she had to be cared for and stayed by me through everything life handed out. If you're a caregiver, just be there. Don't think you can tell this person to snap out of this stage. You just have to, in time, give the person the reason to go on. And make them feel there's life, feel that their life is important to the family and friends. As a nurse, I didn't deal with much of this type of patients. I just tried to take the time to listen to them, even when I was busy. Sometimes listening helps more than all the medication that they are taking. Watching the different doctors, the ones that took the time to listen, help more patients in the shorter amount of time. Acceptance. Guess this is my favorite stage. You're a stronger person, you value life, and you know you can go on. When my husband got to this stage, he lived every day to the fullest, enjoyed his church family, welcomed daily visitors with smiles. Does not mean he didn't have sad moments or scared times. At this stage, he freely spoke of dying. Even at the end, he said, I have something to say. I'm scared. I, as a wife and a caregiver, said, it's okay to be scared. It's human to be scared. He died 8 days after 9/11 and believed in all his heart in the Lord. He had read the Bible 3 times from page 1 to the end. I can honestly say he was a true believer, and this helped him throughout all the illnesses and the 5 stages. So I will go into more detail as I go on with the series. And sorry, but even this part has brought tears to my eyes. I'm sure if you follow my series, you will see me cry many times. Like I said, feel free to write to me. I am a good listener. If I can help you in any way, I am not a licensed therapist. This is based on my medical and my personal feelings and what I've seen as a nurse. And I think most nurses have many stories they could tell. And like I said, I will put the disclaimer down in video because I advise it to you, if what you read, what people say to you is not helping you, please get professional help. It is so important. And sometimes word of mouth, you can find, now, not all professionals are all great, just like not all nurses, not all doctors, we're all human. But if maybe you can talk to people and find a good therapist, and it will help you to go on with your life and enjoy your life. With all the losses that I've had, I feel very blessed. At my age, I can still do a lot of things, and I enjoy life. So this is, like I said, again, my personal feelings. And hopefully I will finish this book, find a rewriter, and we'll get it published. And that would be, I guess, my bucket list. I've never believed in a bucket list, but I think this is the only thing in it, is to get this book finished and get it published and just enjoy the rest of my life. Anyway, I hope you got some good information out of my first series. There will be lots of them. I am going to try to do one a week. I don't want to, push too much too fast. Today was just more of an introduction to what is going to happen. And like I said, if you have questions or you just want to even write to me and tell me a little about your situation, if I feel like it's something that will help other people and you give me a written permission, I will put it in your book, or my book, excuse me. I will put it in my book. And by the way, I'm not editing these, so when I make mistakes, just ignore them, because I just want it to be a comfortable setting. I'm not going to edit when I make a mistake, that's it. Anyway, have a great day, and looking forward to hearing any comments. And if you don't agree with me, don't bother putting the thumbs down. I'm going to hide the thumbs down anyway. So if you don't believe in this, or you have no, if I mention the word of the Lord and God and that offends you, go watch something else, because I'm a believer and I am going to mention. And I won't push religion at you. I never, before I forget, when my husband and I got married, he was not a believer. He had went to many, many churches, and I never preached at him. I never pushed religion at him. And actually, he did it on his own. I tried to live the life, and he became a wonderful, true Christian, not just in word. In fact, even if I said the word damn, he got a little bit upset with me. So anyway, just a little bit about my life and my personal feelings. And have a great day, and God bless you. Bye.